And today we'll be trading with, I'll be showing you a lot of stuff. We'll be trading with my latest trading tool, which is on Trading View. So just hold on a moment. So we'll be trading with my newest trading system, which I've been using, and I've been generating a substantial amount of money with it. And but before I start, I want us to walk through some things together. And I would say that these are some realizations I have come to realize in my trading journey, you know. And most traders don't quickly come to this realization, and that is why it takes them quite some time before they can actually break through in trading. If you indeed want to break through in trading and you want to make trading your day job, and I mean your day job, you need to realize these few things I'm about to show you. Now, you see, the concept of win rate and risk reward is one that many people tend to overlook when they come into trading. Yeah, people talk about psychology, they talk about psychology, and they talk about what's it called? Um, talk about psychology, yeah, that's the side. And they talk about what other thing is that? People talk about strategy, yeah, strategy. People talk about strategy, yeah, okay. They talk about some use indicators, some talk about indicators, So a lot of people actually have a lot of things to talk about in trading. So, but I'm here to tell you that all these things matters. I'm not going to tell you it doesn't matter. Yeah, it matters, but the ultimate thing about trading is actually your psychology. Yeah, okay, yeah. So that's why I actually uh that's your psychology. Yes, that's your trading psychology. It's actually the most important thing in trading because I'm going to show you why your psychology is very, very important in a few moments from now. But I want you to work together with me. All right. So let's say you've gotten a strategy. It could be indicator, it could be price action, it could be whatever strategy it is. Now, what is left for you is your ability to do two things. To one, wait. To wait. That's the first thing. You need to wait. Then two, you need to have the ability to be disciplined. Disciplined. All right, you need to be disciplined. So these two things, if you can come to terms with these two things, that is waiting and discipline, if you can come to terms with these two things, your trading journey would grow exponentially. See, I know a lot of people find it hard to do these two things, and that is why I'm actually discussing about it right now. When you have your trading strategy and your trading setup, or when you are at your trading setup, I mean, when I mean trading setup, I mean your trading, screens, your systems, whatever it is, whatever setup you put up for trading. You are looking for, you know, trades to enter. You are looking out for your patterns. You are looking out for everything that needs to be in place before you take a trade. That is one of the most important aspects of your trading journey. The reason why it is one of the most important aspects of your trading journey is because it is going to constitute more than 70% of your trading journey. Yes, that is the waiting period. The waiting period constitutes more than 70% of your trading journey. So you have about 70%, that's 70% of your journey on just waiting. That is on waiting. On waiting. 70% of your trading journey is on waiting. So the remaining part of your trading journey is the 30%. That's the 30% where you 30, let me clear this. So that's 30%. It is in the 30% that you, excuse me, sorry. Okay. It is in that 30% that remains that you find your setup, and you take the trade. Now, why do I say 70% of your journey is in the waiting? Now, this is the reason why I said it. I'm going to show you why. Now, let's say it took you 70% of time, 70% of time to 70% of time. to enter trade. The next thing is, once you have entered your setup, you've entered your either buy or your sell, you want to wait for your trade to enter either your TP or your SL. You want to wait for your trade to enter your TP or your SL. That's another thing you need to wait for. TP or SL, you need to wait for it. So what is that again? That is also aspect of waiting. That's also an aspect of waiting. 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 So if you can be disciplined to wait, you make a lot of profit. Now, one of the reasons why many people are not disciplined to wait is because they've not mastered their emotions. So your emotions, you've not been able to master your emotion. You are coming to the market, with the intention of constantly making profit. It's a good intention. It's a very good intention, if you ask me. But then it's not what you need right now. Okay? It's not what you need. It's not what you need. It's a very good intention. The intention of making profit is a very good intention. Everybody has that intention. That is why everybody comes into the trading space. If you don't have the intention, there's nothing you are doing in the trading space in the first place. But that intention should not be above your discipline. Because it's your discipline that keeps you on the line. All right. So before we get into the charts, I want to show you something. I intended to show you something today, and that is on how to how to boost your trading psychology. Okay. So that is one thing I want us to discuss today. So we've discussed about strategy indicator. That's not even why we are here. See, one thing that boosts your trading psychology is inside these two factors: your win rate, win rate, and your um, risk reward, risk rewards. Okay. You see these two factors, they massively, and I say massively, I mean massively affect your psychology. They massively affect your psychology, your win rate, and your risk reward. So if you have a very good win rate, let's say your win rate of you have a win rate of 60%. So you have a win rate of 60%, but then you have a very give me a second, please. So let's say you have a 60% win rate, which is actually very good. But if your risk reward is, let us say, 0.5, which means for every single trade you take, you are risking $1, $1, you know, you are risking $1 to make $0.5, to make $0.5. That risk reward is at the long run, you are not going to be profitable because the required risk reward for a win rate, the required win rate for a risk reward of 1 to 0.5 is 66.6%. 66.6%. Okay, 66.6%. Which means if you are not winning at least 66.7, you are not profitable yet. Until you start winning up to 66.7, that is when you can say, oh, yes, I am profitable. My strategy is profitable. Okay, that's when you can say my strategy is profitable. Now, let me use a much more easier calculation. So I have a system now that gives me at least 51% win rate. So I have 51% win rate. Okay, so I know that for if I take 100 trades, 51 of those trades is going to be profitable trades, right? Now, what is my risk to reward? My risk to reward must be at least 1 to 1, 1 to 1 risk reward. Okay, because it is with 1 to 1 risk reward that you are able to break even and make profit. So your profit margin here is going to be just 1%. So you are sure that in over 100 trades that you are taking, 1% in value is what you are earning. I'm not, I don't say you are earning just 1%, but then the profitable part of your trade is 1% because you are at a 50-50. You have the chances of 50-50. Your risk to reward is 50-50. That is one ratio one. Okay. So one thing you should think of as a trader is, what is my risk reward and what is my win rate? I am a quant trader, which means I use algorithms to trade a lot, and because of that, I also build trading tools on MQL4, MQL5, and TradingView, just to be able to calculate things that could run back test for me. That's what I mean. Run back test for me and let me know that what exactly is my win rate. So now let me just cite an example here. If you look here, if you look at this screen here, you see right down here that we have a system here, and it has multiple entries. Don't mind trading views stuff. It has multiple entry. We have entry one and we have entry two. The other things we should talk about, like profit factor, expectancy, but then we'll be going to the technicals. But let's just talk about things that is easily understandable. All right. So now we have in this system now, if you look at entry one down here, you can see entry one. Entry one has taken a total trade of 157. It has won 82 of those trades and it has lost 75 of those trades. Okay, it has lost 75 of those trades. What does that mean? That means that I am still profitable, but at a very small margin, and that is why my profit factor is at 1.09. So the 0.09 is my profit margin over here, over 157 trades. Now that profit factor does not mean $1.09. No. If I am risking, let's say, $1,000 per trade, that means I should have at least $1,090. I should have a $90 in profit. I should be at $90 in profit after 157 trades. You understand? Because I'm having a profit factor of 0.09, 1.09. So this shows us that, okay, you are making money, but then you are losing money. How is it calculating profit factor? Profit factor is definitely the summation of your total profit minus the summation of your total losses. That is what profit factor is. So I've checked my win rate, and what is my risk reward in this trade? If you check here, you can see my risk reward is 1. If you check here, you can see my risk reward is 1. So I know that for entry 1, every time I'm taking a trade, I'm having a 50-50% chance of profiting from that trade. I have just 50-50% chance of profiting from that trade. But then look at entry 2, still down here. You can see entry 2. Entry 2 has taken 144 trades, which means slightly lower than the, entry 1, and it has given me a total of 78% win rate on gold. So I have 78% win rate here on gold, as you can see. So I know for sure that I'm still risking 1-to-1, but I know that 78, almost 80% of my trades are going to be in profit. So it's telling me that my profit factor is 3.65, which means at least if I am I'm risking $1,000 per trade, I should be having at least at the end of the journey, I should have at least $3,650 extra in profit. So which means the system is very, very profitable. So after 100 trades, I should be having at least 3,000 $600 something dollar. So that shows us that system is profitable. So the system is above 50%, which is my one-to-one risk reward. So if you want to be profitable, you need to ensure that your RR, is, if you turn it to percentage, is usually either greater than your win rate. It's greater than your win rate, or your win rate is greater than your RR when your RR is turned to numbers. Okay, so let me explain that better. So let's explain that better. So let's say my RR is 1-to-1, just like the example we cited. That's my risk reward. Now my win rate is going to be, so my win rate is, let's say my win rate is 55%. So my win rate is usually in percentage, okay? So over 100 trades at least. So my win rate is 55%. My risk reward is 1-to-1. My win rate is 55. Now, if I'm to convert 1-to-1, means 50. Okay, 1-to-1 is 50, like, okay, 50%. I am risking 1, I am getting 1. I am risking 1, I am getting 1. So let's say my RR now changes My IRR changes to 1:2. So which means I am risking 1, I am getting 2. So right now, all I need here now, I don't need 55% much to break even. First thing you need to calculate is your break even point. At 1 to 1, I need 50%. So 55% is pure profit for me. At 1 to 2, all I will need is just around 33.3. 33.3%. So if I could get 33.3% of all my trades to be profitable, then I am good to go. I am good to go. But if I have anything less than 33.3%, I'm not even getting my capital out of the market. I'm not getting my capital, which means the system is not, or whatever strategy I'm using, is not profitable enough for me. Or the system could be profitable, it could just be the market condition you are in. But you just need to get these factors correctly so that you don't just burn yourself out. Because these are the things that mess up with people's psychology so much. Now, having a win rate of 33.3%, honestly, if your risk reward is not high, is a very frustrating business. Okay, imagine you are taking 100 trades, taking 100 trades, and about 76%, 76.7%, that's 76.7% of them are losses. 76.7% of them are losses. So, you know how frustrating that will be? Can you even guess how frustrating that will be when 76% of your trade are losses? So you are taking 10 trades and you already lost 7 out of 10. So 7 over 10 is lost. So you're only left with 3 over 10. So it is that 3 now that you must use to cover up. It is psychologically breaking. It might not be psychologically breaking if you automate the system. But if you are trading manually, it is psychologically breaking. I've been there before. You would wish you had never started trading, because at the end of the day, you just might not be able to see it through. Your strategy might be good. Honestly, your strategy might be good. Your problem might be your risk to reward ratio. Now, let me explain. Let me cite my personal example. So there was a time I was using a system and I was gunning for. I could show you all these things on TradingView right now. So I was using a system and I was gunning for about one I was going for 1 to 5 or 1 to 6, reward. So 1 to 6. And I was just having back-to-back losses, losses upon losses upon losses upon losses. So because of the fact that I am having back-to-back losses, it is messing with my psychology. So things that begin to happen now is that I begin to second guess myself. So I begin to second guess my trades. So trades that I should have taken naturally are now trades that I am afraid to take. So it brings about what? It brings about fear. Fear. It brings about uncertainty. It brings about uncertainty. It brings about doubt. So I'm doubting myself. I'm afraid to go into the market. I'm not even sure of my strategy. Moreover, the strategy is working. Now, what did I do? How did I break out of that? I tried. I just thought at times that, okay, let me reduce my risk to reward. So I reduced my risk to reward to 1 to 2. And from 1 to 2, I began to record multiple wins, multiple wins, multiple wins, multiple wins. Yes, there will be losses. There will be losses at times, but then the wins are surpassing the losses. So it was able to give me the confidence I need. The confidence I need. So I know that even if I'm going to lose this trade, my next trade is going to cover for what I'm losing in this trade. And it is still going to give me a profit. So if I'm risking, let's say I'm risking $100 per trade. So I'm risking $100 per trade and I lost this. I took another trade and I lost this. Then I took another trade, risking the same $100. And that one was a profitable trade. And my profit, I'm receiving $200. So this trade alone has covered for these 2 losses. This single one that gives me $200 has covered for these 2 losses that I already had. So that is the beauty of having a very positive risk to reward. So now all I just need to ensure is that at least I'm winning. At least, even if I'm using 1 to 2 risk reward, I want to be winning at least 50% of my trades. I want to be winning at least 50%. The reason why I want to be winning at least 50% is because for me personally, anything below me winning 50% of my trade, my psychology will be paying for it. Because I start doubting again. What is going on? Many people think some of these things are just statistics. But when you get to the real market, when it starts happening to you, when you put your money on the line, and you took one loss, two loss, three loss, four loss back to back, then you know what I'm talking about. Because that is the time you start second guessing yourself. At times, it gets to a point, trading can get to a point where you believe you are spiritually attacked. But I'm telling you, you are not spiritually attacked. It is just these things I'm talking about. It is just your strategy, it is just your win rate, it is just your risk to reward ratio. So look at this system I'm talking about right now, this system I'm using right now. So I know that okay, my risk to reward is 1 to what's it called? My risk to reward is 1 to 5. My risk to reward is 1 to 10. I know what it is already, and it gives me my win rate. So I know that on gold now, which entry will I be looking out for most? I'll be looking for entry two, because you can see that entry two has a very high profit factor, and my win rate is very high there. So I'll be looking out for entry two. Now I can actually modify. This is a personal system I designed for myself, so I can actually modify to say, okay, I want 1 to 2 risk reward for entry two, because I know entry two is what I need. So it is telling me that at 1 to 2 risk to reward, your win rate has dropped to 47% from over 80%. But when I now did my mathematics, I get to understand that, because I have another system here, so this one can easily tell me at what percentage I'll be profitable or not. So let me just clear this. This one will telling me that if I'm using 1 to 1, I need 50% of my trades to be profitable, to break even. Sorry, 50% of my trades to break even. So if I come here now and I change this to, let me say I change this to I just use this for calculation. I change this to 2, which is my TP1. It is telling me that I need, see the statistics, I need 33.3% of my trades to be profitable. So it's still telling me that even at TP1, even at my 1 to 2 risk reward, I am still profitable using this system. That is what this is saying now. It's telling me I'm still profitable using this system because I'm having 46% win rate here, and what I require is 33.3%. So with this, I can easily say, okay, and the analysis is over 112 trades. So with this, I can say, okay, let's go on, we'll get there, we are being profitable, no issues at all. You understand? No issues at all. For instance, now on gold, a few minutes ago, I just saw two entries here. You can see this sell and this sell. So this for entry one, this for entry two. I took the two. 1 to 1 risk reward. One of the things that affect a lot of traders is just greed. Oh, let me try to get 1 to 5. Let me try to get, no, 1 to 1 is okay. Risk 1% per trade. 1 to 1 is okay. I can show you the statistics. This is it. This is the history. See, I was risking 1%. 1% per trade. Even this one was lesser than 1%. Yes. And that is just two trades. $19 has been backed. And this is on paper trading though. When I'm live here, all I show you is nothing worth of financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. All right. So let's proceed. So with this, we know that okay, our system is good. Another thing that you should check is that, is the profit factor still positive? Now I'm going to show you the possibility of a negative profit factor. Now let's say I change this to, let's say I change this to 5, change this to week. Now let me change this to 5. All right, so I know this will not give me the kind of result I want, and then changing this to body. I'm going to remove this. So look at it now. Our profit factor for entry one has dropped to 0.79. It shows that out of 125 trades, I lost 108, or I would have lost 108 trades, and I would have, only won 17 trades, which is just 13.6%. And anything below one profit factor shows that you are losing, because that's the summation of your total profit minus total loss. So for here, right here, I know that okay, if I'm using this strategy, this same entry, but I'm targeting 1 to 5, at the end of the day, I'll feel frustrated because I'm losing more than I should be losing. I'm only winning 13%. So I'm losing around 86% thereabout, 86.4%. Imagine losing 86.4% of your trades, like back to back losses. One lose, 1, 2, 3, 4, lose up to 100 and 8 trades. Some might not be back to back, but how many 17 do you want to see 108? Maybe about 2 or 3 or 4. What I'm trying to say is that your win rate and your risk to reward matters. You need to just find a balance. Most of you, your strategy is okay. All you just need is one-to-one risk reward. You should be able to stomach it that okay, if I lose this, I'm losing $1. If I win, I'm winning $1 extra. It's as simple as that. So I'm putting $1 down. If I lose, I'm losing the $1. If I win, I am winning $2, which means my dollar that I drop down and an extra $1. That is just it. That is what you might actually need to break free from a frustrated trading career, from a frustrated trading journey. That might be all you need to break free. That might be all you need. So this is one strategy, one system I've been using lately, and like I said earlier on, I coded it myself. So I think we are done with what I just want to show you guys. So please check in with your psychology, check your trades, check your history, check your reports. If you are trading with MT4, MQL4, which is MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5, go to history tab. Go to history tab on PC actually and export history. When you export your history, there is a software called Quant Analyzer. Download Quant Analyzer on your PC. Upload your history to Quant Analyzer. In fact, you don't even need Quant Analyzer. Once you download it as a report, as a full report, it should open in your browser. You'll be able to see the statistics of your trading journey, how good and how bad it has been. But the statistics might not be totally detailed, might not give you what's it called? It will give you your win rate, it will show you your win rate, it will show you your average win, your expectancy, but it might not be able to easily calculate your average risk to reward and other things. Those are what you may want to use external software for. But then you don't need to pay for Quant Analyzer. That is why I was saying you can use the other one, which is MetaTrader itself. MetaTrader itself. So let's just run through. I've already had 2 trades today. Discipline, and I don't want to take more, but if I see opportunities, why not? This is why we are in the business of trading. We are in the business of spotting opportunities, capitalizing on opportunities. That is what we do right here. Spot and capitalize. Spot and capitalize. That's exactly what we do. So let us run through some some of the available pairs on my watch list. Some of the available pairs on my watch list so that we can see how it works. Okay. I will be starting with, I think the next one here is Nasdaq. Right, Nasdaq. I already have my systems predefined. Okay, I want to enter with. Look at Nasdaq now. It shows me that I'm winning 60% of my trades on Nasdaq at one-to-one risk to reward. One-to-one risk to reward at on Nasdaq. So on this very time frame, M5. So I know that on M5 time frame, if I should enter any trade, I'm having a 60% chance of winning the trade. It shows me I'm already from a statistics of over 128 trades, I have a 60% chance of winning the trade based on my settings and everything. So let me just allow entry 2. Then I want to remove this. All right. So now look at entry 2. Entry 2 gives me more confidence because of the fact that it's a pullback entry kind of strategy. Now this system it doesn't use indicator, doesn't lag with those kind of things. It's based on pure price action. Based on pure price action. So you can see that the indicator is not even on chart anymore, but yet we are still having, look at this buy, look at this soft, I'll show you how it works. Now let's see, it signifies a buy entry here. There are 2 buys here. So this is buy 1, this is buy 2. You can see E1, E2. So once I observe that buy 1 is already available and I know I want to use buy 2 to trade, first is I come here, I check buy 1. Buy 1, where are you targeting? Where are you coming from? It's coming from here. The stop loss is usually here. I want to use one that shows you, okay, so this shows, yeah, this shows the SL, the TP. This is exactly what I want to use to show. So it shows you your SL and your TP ranges as well. So look at this now. So once we entered into this place, it couldn't find 2 signals here, just 1 signal here. So it says the market is going to buy. And then let us see what happened to the market. It says right here the market is going to buy at the open of this candle. And this is the SL here. You can see the SL here. And this is the TP. And take some time, but went straight to TP. Normally for me, I would have just positioned for the second entry. But the second entry did not come here. So I'll just take 1-to-1 on this one and I'll move on. Because I already have 60% win rate. So I can just take 1-to-1 on this one and I'll move on. Let's go back a little bit more. Yeah, let's go back. I wish we could find some losing trades that we can use for an example as well. Let's check. Let's check this. Maybe we can find some losing trades here. I hope we can find some losing trades here. Yeah, there's a buy and a buy here. Okay, so these are going to be some losing trades, and I love it. So I'm going to use it as an example. Now look at this. So the first entry says buy here. My SL is going to be at the close of this candle here. I'm not giving it any buffer. Usually I should give it buffer. My TP is going to be here, 1 to 1. Just 1 to 1. I'm not being greedy. 1 to 1 is okay. You can see. So this trade did not get to TP. This trade ended in loss. Because if you observe this candle down here took us out. And immediately after it took us out, it just went up and still did not get to our TP before it closes us out. Entry 2 also came in, but then the result was the same. So that's going to be a loss, which I would happily take because I have known from experience, from statistics, not just experience, statistics, verifiable statistics, which I can see here on screen, that this strategy will still be profitable. So let's say I take a loss here. I take a loss here, gladly took the loss here. Then I move forward, I come here, I see this buy, I take a profit here. My loss is nullified. So I'm back to zero profit or loss. And look at this place, two entries, no SL. TP1, TP, both of them, TP1, TP1. And I'm not greedy. I'm not being greedy. So I just take my 1 to 1. I'll move on. Now this is two entries. This is two entries, not one. This is two entries. So instead of just one reward, that is two reward for me. Two risk, two reward. So which means I'm already profitable by at least 2 hours right here. By at least 2 hours. But then if I'm a little bit, trailing, maybe I've taken the profit. At times I do that, yeah. And it's not lack of discipline, it's because I've already made money on my first entry. Or probably my second. Usually my second entry gives me the profit faster than my first entry. So if my second entry has given me the profit and first entry is still running, and I feel like okay, the market can still run more. Just imagine how far this market would have gone. I would have gotten up to maybe 1 to 5 or 1 to 6. Let's see. 1 to 6, 1 to 7. Almost 1 to 7. Let me see. 1 to 7. It could have gotten up to 1 to 7, but then this is hypothetical because you don't know exactly where the market is going to reverse. So let's say instead of 1 to 7, I could probably get maybe 1 to 5. 1 to 5. Just trailing. And I'm actually get stopped out within the journey. I may be stopped out at 1 to 2. I may be stopped out at 1 to 3. But wherever I am stopped out, I already know that I've already made profit from this trade. The one I am still chasing itself is still more profits. And when the market even came back, it's not like it even took us out on the SL. Let me see if I could return the yeah. It's not like it took us out on the SL. See, it did not take us out on the SL. See, the market just came back, pull back in case we did not enter in the first place. Because this strategy already knows where the market should, where we should enter and everything. And after that, can you see how far the market went? So we could have been up to 14 hours on just a single trade. Up to 14 hours on just one single trade. It's as simple as that. And I'm not being greedy. So that is on NAS 100. Let's check CAD-JPY. So CAD-JPY is telling my entry 1 has 54% win rate, which is still profitable. But I may not take it because I prefer 60% and above. Entry 2, 78%, which I should take. Now look at it. We have a trade running here now. We have a trade running on entry 1, sell trade, as you can see. It's a sell trade. So you can see E1 sell. But then there's no E2 entry yet. I could easily go and position for E2 entry because I know where E2 entry will come in when it is time. But E1 is already running in profit. Look at it. So the sell happened here. Oh, sorry. I used the buy stuff. So the sell. Okay, so the sell happened here. The stop loss is going to be, you can see where the red line is. That's where my stop loss is going to be. My target is going to be where this green line is, and you figure out it is 1 to 1, exactly 1 to 1, because the what's it called? The indicator has calculated all that I need. It has calculated all that I needed. I don't know. I'm trying to activate what's it called? Comment section as well. I think it is activated right now. So it has already calculated my, so, and you can see that the market is going in that direction. The market is going in that direction. Let's check here if we make any profit or we made losses here. I would love to see. I would love to see if we make profit or we make losses here. I honestly would love to see. So let's say, let's use the entry two. So let's use entry two for here. The first sell is going to be around here. My SL is going to be here. My target is going to be 1 to 1. So 1 to 1, this is a losing trade. This is a losing trade. Now let's check the second trade. So we are going to use the second entry as well, E2. You can see E2. We're positioning it on E2. Our SL is going to be where? Our SL is going to be here. Our TP is going to be where? Here. So what we lost there, we have recovered here. So even if we take two entries there, we have recovered both here, because this is going to be our entry for 2. That is E1, sorry. And this is going to be our stop loss as well. So we have still recovered. So what we lost here, we recovered here. Why did, or how did we know we would recover? Because the statistics down here already showed us. Come on now. The statistics down here already showed us that our win rate on E1 is 54. Our win rate on E2 is 78. E2 means entry 2. Then if, after taking that profit there, we keep coming here and we will be running another trade now, right now. So I will just wait for the market to retrace on this. I'm seeing signs of the market trying to give me entry 2. I'll be coming to take entry 2 on CAD-JPY. Let's check a UD card. Okay, UD card. Oh my goodness, look at pure profit running. So if I'd been here like 5 minutes ago, I would have been on this trade. But then it's not too late. I need to first calculate and see if we have not taken our one-to-one risk reward profit already. So in the next few seconds, we'll be able to tell. I will be able to tell. But then I can calculate it from here. So I know that the first entry, which is E1, gave me a buy entry here. My stop loss is going to be below this. All right. And my TP1 is going to be, my TP, sorry, not TP1, is 1 to 1. So we've not gotten that yet. But then if we come to look for entry 1 here, this one, most likely this one's already taking profit, because the target would have been here. 1 to 1 is here. So entry 2 is already profitable. You can see entry 2 is already done and dusted. You can literally see how easy it is, because you can see, yeah, entry 1 is still up there, but entry 2 did not show blue. It would have shown blue line above, but because it has taken profit, it doesn't need to show again. So you can see how easy it seems. How just easy it seems, because I got my buy here and my TP here. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. My buy is here, sorry. Yeah, it's here. So this is it. I got my buy here and my TP there. It's as simple as that. I just want to move to the next trade. The system is profitable. I'm not being greedy. I just move on to the next trade. The problem with a lot of traders, like I do say, is just greed. Want to make all the profits in a single day. So let's check AUDNZZ M5. And moreover, this system does not work with just M5 time frame alone. It works on almost every time frame. Not almost, it works on every time frame. Now look at it. This is a sell trade which was profitable. You can see this is where it's our TP. Our SL was never touched. Our SL was here, it was never touched. Even second entry, which is E2, also gave a profit. The profit will probably have been around here. So it's a very profitable system. And let's check the 15 minutes time frame. So we figured out that on the 5 minutes time frame, our E1 is 57% profitable. Our E2 is 88% profitable. Let's check the M15 TF. On the M15 TF, 70% and 42. So I know that on the M15 time frame, I will not be taking E1 entries. I will only take E2 entries. Okay, which means I'll be taking the second entries alone. I will not be taking the E1 entries. It's as simple as that. Because E1 most likely will get me into into trouble, but E2 will not get me into trouble. I know that at the end of the day, I'll be profitable with E2, but for now, E1 is not profitable. Why? Because my win rate is lower than 50%. My profit factor is less than 1. So let's check M30. So on M30, we are still good to go. E1 and E2, sweet profit. Very, very sweet profits. Very sweet profit. It's 5% profitable on M30. The higher the time frame, the better it is actually. Look at it here as well. So we are still good on E1 and E2, but then E2 is far better than E1. Look at this now. This is E1 here. Look at this E1 here. E1 has gotten the trade. It has gone. It has taken its profit out and everything like that. This is for E1. Now look at E2 waited. E2 waited for that move, that crazy move. Just came in, wicked it in, and E2 just pumps crazy profit. If we are to, just let E2 run, let's see how much profit we could have made from E2 alone if we let it run. So our SL is going to be around here, and we want it to run riots 1 to 5, soft 1 to 5, run riot. I don't want it to get down here. I don't need that. 1 to 5 is more than enough if I'm not being greedy. Like I said, if I'm not being greedy, I don't need the 1 to 7. So I could have gotten 1 to 4, 1 to 5, whatever it is. So but that is it. So now, and I would have taken some losses here. I'm not a trader that try to hide my losses. No, I would have taken 2 losses here. Sell 1, sell 2. Both of them ended in loss. Yeah, both of them ended in loss. But overall, we are still profitable. You can see overall we are still profitable. So let's check card. Let's go back to M5 time frame. Card CHF M5 time frame. So the system I designed, like I said earlier, I designed this system and it's super profitable. It's not for sale. It's not for sale, and I just use it personally. Okay, let's see. Do we have no running entries yet? So we're just going to let it slide. No running entries yet. We've got some buy trade here, and I want to see how many of these trade hit stop loss. How many of them made profit out? I want to see. So obviously, these first 2 entries here were profitable because this is where the up here is where the stop ended. You can see the profit. What's it called here? So you can see it here. So it hits our TP here. Okay. Okay, excuse me. Let me delete that. All right. So then the second entry, we got another buy entry. So the system already knows that this market is still bullish. Buy me another one. It bought another one here. TP1 here again. Another entry one here again. But then, will I be taking all this trade? The answer is no. Why will I not be taking the trade? Because I checked down and I saw that my win rate is 44.9%. It's not what I want. But I'll be taking the blue guys. I'll be taking these blue guys. I'll be taking these blue guys. I'll just be taking these blue guys, honestly. Because I have seen that the blue guys are going to be very profitable for me. The blue guys are going to be profitable for me. So I would have taken this buy here and waited for this one here. So this one might probably be a loss. Let me see. Yeah, most likely it's a loss. I don't know, but I think it's a loss. It's a loss as I'm seeing it. But the thing is, I'm not too sure. Since it's a sell trade, there's a chance that the market came in first, wicked in, give us our profit, then sold massively. So then the trade continues, and when it got here, it figured out, okay, we can sell E1, but I'm not taking E1 on CAT CHF 5 minutes. Let's see, where can I take E1 on CAT CHF? On what time frame can I take E1 on CAT CHF? Let's see. Let's check 15 minutes time frame. Yes, 15 minutes time frame, I should be able to take it, but it is too little. Like, I don't need 50.7 win rate. It's almost break even. Look at it, 66% win, 64% losses. So I don't need that. Let's check M30, which I'm sure profitable. Yeah, M30 is profitable, and H1 is also profitable, as you can see. Let's check H4. H4 is very profitable. Very profitable. At times when I know that, okay, I'm going to be very busy, I wouldn't have time for a lot of things, I just switch into bigger time frames like this, take my trades, and I move on. Look at this sell trade. Look at this sell trades. Like these guys are just pumping money. Now let me show you this sell trades. Yeah, let me delete this for easy access. Look at this sell. So the entry is here. Our SL is here, as you can see the line, and our TP is here, 1 to 1, and you can see we took the profit. We took the profit. Then we came up here. I just want to see here, because I need to be sure. We came up here. This is how far up we came to get E2. So I want to know if E2 was profitable or E2 was a loss. And why am I sensing that E2 could have been a loss here? Well, let's see. So we want to know which triggered first. So our risk to reward is 1 to 1. Okay, E2 is profitable, as you can see. So if I was choosing 1 to 2 risk reward, I would have lost trade here. But you can see 1 to 1, and I'm still profitable. And I'm still profitable. So the market literally just went into our profit, take us out on profit, and then started moving on E1 and E2. You can see how profitable E2 is. 82% win rate. So let's get to Euro GBP. Let's go back to our 5 minutes time frame. Euro GBP, both E1 and E2 is good. Both of them are good. No entries yet, so let's just move on. No time to waste. Euro JPY, both time frames are good. Yeah, both time frames are good. And look at this, look at this, look at this. This is why I love automated stores. Okay, either indicator or expert advisors. They they don't they don't mind what, they don't deceive themselves, except for those who use what's it called? Repainting indicators and stuff like that. I don't do that here. Look at it here. It says that we have this cell here. Okay, we have this cell here, and this is our TP. Normally, a manual trader could actually have closed the trade down here because it would be like it's almost TP. Okay, let me close the trade and move on. But automated stuff don't do that. Automated stuff just shows you what you need to know. They give you the correct statistics. So entry one here, entry one here gave us a sell, and the sell is yet to hit TP. It was very close, very, very close. But no TP, no record. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. No TP, no record yet. So I'll just be waiting for entry two. I know where entry two will come in. I already see the point where entry two will come in. So I'll wait for the move to entry two. But there's a chance that we hit entry one TP before we go for entry two. That way it's good. Euro SGD on 5 minutes, I'll only be taking entry two. Entry one is not profitable for me. Now look at this. Look at this trade. This trade is a profit. Both E1 and E2 is a profit because it should have been a loss up there, but then it didn't trigger. Just as it didn't trigger a profit, they didn't trigger a loss there. But there's a chance that, because I'll be honest with you, there's a chance that if you put your SL here, if you enter like this and you put your SL here as expected, that you will be already out of this trade before this trade is profitable. And if you ask me why or how, that's because we need to account for spread. We need to account for spread. On Euro SGD, Euro SGD is an exotic pair, so the spread is not going to be small. So there's a possibility that your broker would have taken you out. But by the statistics of what data is available right here, you can see that this system is profitable. So that's it. We will just slide. The only entries I want to take is entry two here, so which is very, very profitable. And let's check them: Euro USD and GBP USD. This is actually my favorite. But Euro first, Euro first. This is actually my favorite cause of low spread. Euro USD and Co. They have very, very low spread, very, very low spread. You can see I'm positioned for a sell here, and I think my sell is from M50 or M30. Let me see. Yeah, I think this one is from M. Let me check M30. Yeah, my sell is from M30. I'm positioned for a sell on M30 time frame. If we get in there, I'll be putting in a sell on Euro USD. It could take a while before we get there though. It could take a while. So, but I'm positioned for a sell. But then you can see that even on this time frame, we are profitable back and forth. Profit factor 1.23 and 3.18. Likewise, the 15 minutes time frame, we are profitable. You can see this is a sell, and if I'm to enter here, I would, in fact, this trade can literally give me 1 to 5 because I know we have be positioning my entry for M15 time frame. But that's not why we are here. So I wait till the market comes in there. So let's get back to our 5 minutes time frame, which we are using, and let us find one or two trades. So this trade here ended in loss. The two of them, I guess, ended in loss. Yeah, if I'm right, I'm very right. The two trades here ended in loss because this E1 was very close to TP, very, very close to TP, very painful thing. It happens very close to TP, but no TP is no TP. All right, then it went ahead and it took us out here on SL, as you can see. So let's check two more trades below and let's see. Okay, this is profitable. This one is very profitable, just one entry here. And this one has two entry, and I want to be sure that both entries were profitable. But let's confirm. I know E2 is profitable here. I know E2 is profitable, but I want to be sure that E1 is profitable as well. So E1's entry is going to be around E1's entry is going to be around here. Let me see if E1 is profitable. I doubt. I think E1 ended in loss because this is 1 to 1 on E1. So if we are taking a loss on E1, which is going to be a painful experience, but then this is where we could have gotten our 1 to 1 back on E2, 1 to 1. So we would have made profit on E2 because this is where E2 would have entered and would have made a profit 1 to 1. Then, if we decide to be greedy, which we should not be, we may target 1 to 2, which E2 would have given us as well. We may target 1 to 2, which it would have given us. Most likely, I'm not sure, but most likely, it would have given us the 1 to 2, and it would have been, profit covering the last loss. But then we are good. We lost one, we won one, we are break even, so there's no issue. So let's see if we can just find one more entries. Yeah, we see two buys here, two buys. E2 might be, I'm not sure. Let's check. E2 might be profitable, but E1 is definitely a loss. Let's check E2. Okay, that's my alarm. Got other businesses to attend to. Let's check the buy. Okay, E2 buy, and we need you here for SL, and we need you here for 1 to 1. So E22 is a loss. E2 is also a loss. Yeah, it happens. I want to be very sure that I'm on E2's entry. Yeah, I'm on E2's entry. But it happens. We cannot win every trade. So let's just move on. So let's check GU, GUM5. So you can see GU is very, very profitable because you have 63% win rate on E1 and profit factor of 1.7. Then you have 80% win rate on E2 and 4.24% profit factor. Okay, so very profitable. Don't mind all these my drawings here. The other things I'm analyzing there. So all these drawings are not relevant to why we are here right now. So EU, you can see these buys, these two buys ended in profits up here. Now this one did not end in profits. This first E1 ended in loss. E2 ended in profit. You can see E2's profit targets. You can see the blue line. So this blue line, and it's the profit here. And this was last week. So all this happened last week. We couldn't hit here then. We went into the weekend. And we opened the market today, and we've not even had profits today yet on 5 minutes time frame actually. But I think I've taken profit on GU today. I've traded GU today and I made profit on GU. I can't remember what time frame. That's the question. What time frame? I think I was trading on M15. Let me see. Yeah, it was M15. It was M15. You can see this the trade. And this was last week's trade. This is this week's trade. I knew I've made profit on GU today. This is this week's trade. See GU here. This was this week's trade. This was earlier this morning because I knew I made profit on GU this morning already. So this was the sell signal. In fact, GU gave me like about 2 to 3 sell signals today. About 2 to 3 of them. Don't even know. I can't remember. I think it gave me about 2 to 3 sell signals. Is it GU or maybe it's another? It could be another pair. At times, when you have. So this was one I was analyzing with the stuff we saw earlier. So at times when you have lots of, you know, market watch you are watching, you probably don't even remember which one gave. When I knew I made profit from this trade, then I saw two more trades, and I'm trying to figure out if it is here or here. I just know I saw about 2 or 3 more trades, but I did not take the other two trades. That's just the fact. I didn't take the two other trades, but I took just one, just one. So and that was M15. It's M15 definitely. It's M15. M15 definitely. All right, then GBP card. We did have a GBP card. Sell profits. Oh, M5 is our analysis time. Sorry. Buy profits. You can see both buys ended in profits. These sells here ended in loss. I mean, the main one ended in loss. The second one ended in profits. Okay, each two ended in profit. I know each two ended in profit. You can see it here already. Each two ended in profit. So, um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think each two ended in loss. Each two ended in loss as well. It was close to profit, but it wasn't profitable. So it ended in loss as well, if I'm right. This two ended in loss. But then this buy has successfully recovered those two losses already. So if I were to be trading GBP card 5 minutes time for today, I'm still good. Okay, I'm still good. GBP CHF 5 minutes time frame. Wow. Wow. Why did I say wow? Because I realized I just missed very good entry on E2. I'm not taking E1, but then E2. Wait, did I even check E1 for this? Yeah, E1 is fair. E1 is fair. So GBP CHF, I just missed very good E2 entry. E2 has taken its profits and is out 1 to 1. So E2 is here, entry is here, stop loss is here, 1 to 1 is already here. So E2 is done. E2 is done. It's already running at 1.9 self. That's almost 1 to 2 half. So E2 is already done. I could decide to increase my win rate on E2 to 1 to 2 half. Let us see how well did I perform on this particular my RR rather to 1 to 2. So 1 to 2, I'm still going to be profitable. Why? Because I need just a 3.3% trade to be profitable, and I have 48.57. So my E2 is definitely still profitable, as you can see, still profitable. But I'm not taking E1 because E1 is not E1 is not worth it. E1 is definitely not worth it. Can I know why you're not displaying? Oh, okay, sorry, fat finger. Fat finger. So E1 is still running though. It's very close to the entry, but I should have taken it now, but it is less than one profit factor. So I just check NZZ card. NZZ card is super profitable as well. Super profitable, as you can see. And this is the last trade. Last trades were sales. Two sales trade, two consecutive sell trades. And the two were losses, yeah. But then it is still profitable overall. If we go back, let's go back in time. If these two on 5 minutes time frame are still lost, just losses. You see this buy, it was profitable. This second buy was profitable. Both buys were here were profitable. This sell, I need to figure out the distance of this sell. The distance is around here. So let me just measure. I could actually do this because I own the system. I know the system. So I measure. Let me see. This sell could have been profitable. This sell may have been profitable. Let us see. So let's plot. The sell trade and triggered here. Our SL would have been here on the line, and then this will be on the line. I'll just give it this little distance. So 1 to 1. There's a chance that we are profitable on this. There's a chance because you see this candle, this green candle, this one in here, yeah, this one. There's a chance that this very one that it comes down, it goes lower before it goes higher. So that is very possible. So this trade is most likely a profit. It's most likely a profit. So NZZ card, in one word, we don't have an entry yet. Right now, we don't have any close entry we should be looking for. So we'll go to US 30, which I like because it's profitable. Why do I like anything? Because it's profitable now. There's no other reasons to like it other than its profitability. So, um, of course, I observed that there's a kind of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth around here. So it's showing, just tells me one thing: the market is consolidating around here. The breakout is coming. This is the buy. The buy did not get where it's supposed to go. Then it comes back to sell. and then give us another buy entry. They both ended up in loss. But it's for this time frame. I can tell you it's for this time frame. If you check M15 or M30 or each one, you will see how good it is. Look at it, 57, 82, 57, 82. Very, very good system. Very profitable system. Buy two is profitable. Only buy one is a loss. So this is profitable, very profitable stuff. We check M30, it even gets better. M30 even gets better. A sell and a sell. You can see it just goes better. So USD card. Alright, let's check USD card. USD card is fair on E1, but E2 is at 79.49%. So E2 is also good. E1 and E2 is also good. Both of them are good, but I'll be going more for E2 because I don't want to take, and I don't need unnecessary stress for E1 from E1. So I think one thing that we've been able to fathom is the fact that no, there is no perfect system. Yes, there's no perfect system. Every system has its up and down. Now, for instance, if you check here on USD CHF, E1 on this last trade, E1 was a loss, but E2 was a profit. Let's plot it. There's a point where you get so good with a system that you can easily tell its profitability or loss from afar. You can see so soft, 1 to 1 soft. I knew it was profitable, so that's it. That's it. So let's check USD JPY. That is us running around 30 stock on my watch list. These buys are definitely profitable buys. Definitely profitable buys. No. Then we're on 30 minutes time. Go back to M5. M5 is also profitable. You can see multiple entries, multiple sell entries. Now, this is a good this sell has not been triggered into profit. I'm very close to the entry, so I could, and I'm at this 55% and 80, so I could take two entries here. First one is going to be here. Yeah, the first one is going to be here where the initial sell entry was. So the target is here. The SL is here. You can see it's soft 1 to 1. And I'm going to come in, create limit order, and I'm going to risk 1% of my balance as usual. Then I'm going to wait for the other what's it called, entry. The second entry should be up there, but then it was very close to getting triggered, but it didn't get triggered for second entry. So I just wait and see if this gets triggered in, good. If it doesn't get triggered in, good. But then by the time we get to TP here, you're already getting the TP of this one out as well. So it's a good stuff overall. It's a good stuff overall. At least for the losses we might have encountered earlier, it's sweet recoveries. So sweet recoveries are. But then it's okay. It's good. It's profitable. The statistics are profitable so far. Now let's check XTI, which is oil. XTI is fair as well, very good, but no entry for now, so we just pass it on. GBP JPY, yeah, it's good, and we got a sell entry. We got a sell entry, and I think I'll be waiting for the second entry. I'll just wait for the second entry to come. It was just like it came here. I just need the second entry to form. The market has not gotten to the point where we could trigger for sell 2. That's why we don't have sell 2 on screen. So I'm waiting for sell 2. This is E1 sell. I'm waiting for E2 sell. I'm even going to take action on this at all. I need E2 sell. Okay, USD JPY has been triggered. Now we wait. Now we wait. GBP which is most likely our last analysis for today. Profitable on both entries. Then XAU, I think we've done XAU. Yeah, XAU and gold are actually different because of the data feed. So it's like gold is a little bit least, overall, I think gold is better than XAU though. If I look at the profit factor of the total trades, gold is better than XAU. So you just take that. So, wow, we are 1 hour into it. That's going to be all for now. I'll see you. I'll see you maybe when we check. Yeah, maybe when I come back to check running trades. So this is the running trades that we have. And see 1-to-1 risk reward. So I'm still going in for the second entry. Still going in for the second entry. If it comes good, if it doesn't come good, but that'll be all for now.